So Nick, we heard your team radio message right at the end of the session, thanking the team for 3 years with the team. It must have been an emotional session for you.
Yeah, it was indeed, and I'm very happy. We ended it well. I enjoyed the session. We've had 3 great years together. Actually, it was 4, but the first year was a bit unofficial. But yeah, we had a good time together. I'm very grateful for all the opportunities the team has given me. I've learned a lot. I've built up personal relationships within the team, and the relationship is still good. So I'm just grateful for that, and yeah, now I'm obviously looking forward to the next chapter in my career.
Did you get through everything that the team wanted you to get through on the program today?
Yeah, we obviously did a bit of a different program, a little bit more focused on future aero development, and I was happy with what I did, and also I'm feeling more and more kind of comfortable and happy in this Formula One environment. So I enjoyed it. I think we did a good job. We got what we had to get out of it, so it was a good session.
Getting back into the car, A, with so much experience with this team, but B, obviously knowing you're going to be in a race seat next year, did that change anything in the way that you just felt?
I will admit, but there was also partly because my program was so different. This was probably my most relaxed F1 session, but also, you know, I'm quite happy that it was so relaxed because I just had a good time and enjoyed driving and being here.
And how are you going to spend the rest of the weekend with the team?
I appointed myself as the marketing entertainer because sadly I'm no longer part of all the meetings, so not so much involved on the kind of performance side anymore. So that's why I spent more time with Rose and her team.
Logan, 22 laps for P17 in that session. By my reckoning, you missed out on an extra point on your super license by not hitting 100 kilometers. Was that deliberate?
No. I think the 2 red flags didn't help. To be honest, I think we did everything we could. You know, we completed a lot of laps. We were running out there as much as we could, and just unfortunate, I guess.
And what did you learn in that session compared to your first session in FP1?
I was definitely a lot more comfortable coming into today. Everything slowed down a lot. It was a lot easier to build into a rhythm, learn the track, and just start to build up to it. Yeah, I think all in all, it was a good step forward and good progress from last weekend.
And how are you finding the altitude up here? Is it a marked difference to last time?
Not necessarily. I think from a physical standpoint, it was easier than Austin. As I said, everything sort of slowed down and just felt more comfortable. And yeah, it just felt much better.
And finally, are you feeling some extra pressure now, having heard about your future? Is your objectives changing in FP1 now?
Not necessarily. I think going into the last round, it's obviously tight in Formula 2, but the chips are on the table, and we're all going to be going for it. And 1 to go. I like my chances.
So Jack, you finally got the opportunity to drive in a Grand Prix weekend. I know it wasn't the smoothest session, but it still must have been pretty cool to be out there.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I just have to obviously say a huge thank you to Alpine and all the boys and girls there for giving me this opportunity, as it was something, you know, obviously I'll cherish forever and remember. Yeah, obviously we had a small issue at the after the first run that meant that we couldn't continue, but I'm still very grateful for the laps I got, and it was an amazing experience.
So I think you only ran hard tyres, is that right, in that session, and did you get a feel for them?
Yeah, we did. I think 6 fast laps on the hard tyre on the first run, and yeah, from the start obviously it was very slippery out there, and I was just gradually building up, you know, running through what we had to run through and taking it obviously very easy, as well as I didn't want to put the car or anything at risk. So no, I was happy with how it went. We seemed to be all on the same level with the team, so it would have been good to obviously be able to get some more laps, but I'm still very happy to be on track and to have this experience.
You did so much prep before you got in the car. Did you feel once you're in there you kind of got into the rhythm pretty quickly, even with the only few laps you had?
Yeah, for sure. You know, once I was in the car, obviously there was a little bit of emotion and feeling, but the lead up, I was quite content. You know, I knew that this was happening for quite a while, and it gave me plenty of time to prepare, so it wasn't a shock to the system, and I was very happy and before getting into the car and went in the car.
And now, what does the rest of the weekend look like?
You know, jumping back in as my role in supporting the team, and you know, hoping that we can solve the issue and get Esteban back out on track and really try and maximise the rest of the weekend.